big props to the Broncos for being able to do this without Reynolds, but obviously some pretty lackluster defense from the Knights, and they kind of got away in that last 10 minutes there. When this game was 14-12 with 18 minutes to go, so very interesting there how this one ended up. But some big scores from a couple of these Broncos players, and Selwyn Cobbo just continues to go from strength to strength, and it's great to see these young fellas with so much talent finally work it out and play really well. No errors this game. There was games he was getting 5, 6, 7 errors in a game of footy. So to have this run the last 3 weeks has been incredible. He's up to a 36 average now on the wing, and I thought personally that they wouldn't go, or he wouldn't go as well. Him and Coates, for example, without Reynolds there, but he came out and dominated. And props to Tamari Martin for that awesome pass near the end of the game there to get Cobbo over. So 88 for him, and it becomes very interesting. Obviously, with them not playing in 13 is the biggest reason why I haven't thought about even selecting him or telling anyone to. But that 88 was awesome from him. Frizz back with obviously another try and 68 points, so he was great in a losing side there. Stags, welcome back to him. That fend is incredible to get through the line and go through and put the try assist through there with the 6 goals this week without Reynolds. So obviously that's the added benefit. Would have been a 56 without that. Jordan Ricky there with a very soft try as well early in the game and picked up a try saver also. So well done to Jordan with his 68, but again, not really an option at this point. Clemmer came out and dominated again with 60 points and 5 offloads to hand for 20 points there. So awesome effort from him. Less tackles than we may have thought, but the run meters were there. And obviously the offloads. We spoke about Carrigan a couple of weeks ago as being a good option. Obviously didn't score as well last week, but the reason was, as I said, was the tackles was down low in the mid-20s and picked up that extra 20 points this week in the tackles for 59 in base. Couple of offloads, just doing his job. Big minutes is what he's been playing each and every game that he has this year, and he'll be a 55 average type of player. So he's got a little bit of cash to make here, but again, probably a pickup in maybe around 14 or 15 if you would like to. If you picked up Ponga a couple of weeks ago, he obviously gets a 55 this week with a try, a couple of line breaks, and a couple of goals there. So he did solid work for a game where they got beat. Obviously, he was fairly close the whole game. And Ezra Mam comes in with a 54. Obviously, a couple of try assists there to go along with a pretty perfect game in terms of negatives. Just the one missed tackle and a couple of errors. So not too bad for a debut, that's for sure. I'd definitely take that. The 114 run meters, obviously less kick meters. We thought that Gamble would take the majority of them, and he did. And then Payne Haas there with the 53. So we'll take the minutes there with 61. Just no attacking stats at all. So 52 in base, which we'll take from him. If we can get a few mid-50s or so, scores over the next little bit, then that's going to be fine. Obviously, he's not playing as incredibly well as he was earlier in the year, and I can understand why people are looking to move him on, given he's going to lose a little bit of cash there with a couple of these lower 50 scores. But yeah, up to you how you want to play that one. Barnett got a really nice upgrade overnight. He was 48, I believe, and went to 53 there, which is obviously nice for anyone who picked him up, and he got the full 80 minutes there as well. So yeah, anything over 50 for Barnett is going to be pretty strong, but he's been someone that will get the mid 50s and then go back to like a 40 and then get back and forth there for like a mid 40s average in those big minute games. And obviously at 5.57 is pretty undervalued, but the theory there is that him not playing 13 is a tough one to pick up if you're playing for overall. But a head-to-head guy, you got to make a fair bit of cash from him if you'd like to. Corey Oates with another 53, again not really relevant. For us here, Fitzgibbon with 50 was solid as well with Saifidi. Gamble with the big kick meters and a solid game overall with the try assist there. Farnworth getting that runaway try at the end was solid. Flegler doing his job there again. Walters, if you're owning him, you get another little price bump, which is beautiful. Got that little sneaky try in there from the wayward tackle offload, whatever that was there. And he almost bobbled it as he was going over the line. So we'll take that 37. If you have him in the loop position and you have like an Isaiah Tass or something like that, then I would suggest potentially looping him over like an Ilias or even maybe a Max King, or if you can move some centers around, mate. I've thought about this as maybe doing like a Tungle or a Stephen Crichton or potentially a Taylor May, who's been obviously scoring well. They got a fairly tough game, but they can obviously come out and do really well there. But just something to think about if you've got him in that loop 5 position. Milford with 35, so good to see him back. Obviously he had that error at the end, which again the game was over, but great to see him back playing anyway, because he deserves a shot at a new club and a new opportunity, a new chance to do something different. which is something Luke Brooks will probably need eventually, which we've spoken about. Hetherington with 33, so if you held on to him, you're not really going to lose any cash, which is good. But back to that decent PPM, obviously with 4 tackle breaks and a line break for him. Gags with 29, so first game back in a losing side. Yeah, just not his perfect game. Didn't get a lot of the stats that he would have liked, even though he did get the 1 line break there. But the 5 missed tackles and 2 errors and a penalty just killed any decent scoring there. Dislocated elbow for Bradman Best, so sad to see. Obviously, not a lot of people owning him at the moment, but just a tough one, and he'll be out for a little while as well. So there'll be potentially some options in that center role, maybe as a round 14 or 15 kind of cash out or something like that. But we'll work that out as it comes along. Clooney with 27, Tamari Martin with that nice pass and a try saver there with 27. So if you own him, again, not going to lose too much cash. He was fine. Really, really happy with the trade out of Randall. I did end up trading him out in my head-to-head team for Mr. Trent Peoples. So very happy with that and moved him on in my team as well. So yeah, great result this week to move him on. Only getting the 40 minutes and Crossland getting 40 minutes at 9. I don't know about that, but yeah, is what it is with Randall. I think he's done a fairly decent job this year. The team around him hasn't been great. His service is solid enough. Definitely some more issues in this team at the moment. Matty Croker, what a ball inside to Kalen, but his PPM was a bit down, obviously with the 17 run meters, the penalty, and the 4 missed tackles. So a bit lower than he would have hoped for. But you're not going to lose any cash on him. Just not going to make as much as he would have hoped after that last couple of weeks of good scores. Jensen was down, and Leo Thompson definitely a sell now. 18 minutes for him, a very short stint, and up to 356k. He made 136 for you, but it's going to be time for him to be moved on. And Dom Young with a lower score as well. His 13 points there. He almost tracked down, who was it? Cobbo. Yeah, almost tracked down Cobbo there for that good tackle, but didn't end up making it in the end. But that's it. That's that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like, subscribe. I appreciate that. We're on day 2 here in Minnesota, and we're going to be back home by the end of next week. I'm excited for that. And we'll catch you in the next few videos, guys. Have a good day.